2F. Sys left. Sys alternate. Sys alternate. Sys landing. Sys landing.
Landing gear retracted.
Sys super.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3,
Sys
2,
zoom.
1. Engage.
Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous Odyssey. We're going to 2F. 2D and 2E has plant life. And we'll try to put designate that in the descriptions. And you can scan them using your SRV. And in phase 3 we'll be able to take samples with the exploration suit. But at least this way we'll know the ones that will have plant life ahead of time. So we can go straight to those and collect samples. It'll be about a week and a half from the recording of this video. I always check to make sure we're in solo mode. At the bottom of that menu, it tells you what mode you're in. Please hit that subscribe. Please find our channel, GFM_RDG, and watch more of our 1,600 plus more videos. Look in the description, you find ways to donate and join our Patreon. I'll look for the sunny side. We're actually looking for any planet or any moons that we actually can gather raw materials. So far it's been very difficult. The terrain is very rough. Much rougher than it is in the main game. Be looking for the sunny side and staying away from any settlements. We have our point of interest turned on, the filter, so we can tell where the settlements are, and we try not to park near the settlements. Try to stay out in the boonies. Now we're in solo, so it'd only be NPCs, but I don't want to be near the stations. Especially since the NPCs will so easily shoot at you. We like having a slope, so we'll be pulling up in a moment. You can see those orange part circles Now, when you see them moving with the planet, it usually means they're on the other side. I like multiple terrains,
Orbital flight
different
engaged.
colors. And the auto landing is that's pretty nice, but it'll land anywhere, even on top of rocks. Yeah, so far everything's been really rough. Is this landing? And as soon as I cut the power, it'll find a landing
Landing
spot.
gear deployed.
Cis alternate? Yeah, and I also have to say cis alternate. I think. Or I have to be a certain distance or it'll land by itself. And now it's like I just went forward a little bit. I wish it would avoid the rocks. Now, based on the sensor, it looks like it would probably be a decent spot. Cis down.
Drive assist on.
Sometimes I have to turn that drive assist off because it gets just too rough.
Low gravity warning.
Is this right? Yeah. And the terrain is rough, you gotta turn that drive assist off. Is this right? It just doesn't work well with that on. Looks like there might be some. Cis ship. Cis ship.
Ship dismissed.
I just don't want the ship interfering with our signals.
Landing gear retracted.
Turn around to see what is out there, if there's anything closer or terrain less rough or something like that. Cis zoom. But yeah, the terrain is pretty bad compared to the main game. It's just kind of all over the place. I'm hoping they fix the terrain because it's really rough. How'd you see that rock move? It moved to the left. Look at it move. That's pretty freaky. Yeah, it's hard to gather materials when the terrain is this rough. And I've had people complain watching my videos before, oh, I'm not even in VR. I'm just using a flat screen. Yeah, and it'll hit a spot and it will not go over it. Sys mode. And I've had to pretty much redo all of my bindings many times because it'll just lose your bindings. Yeah, the rocks here move. I saw another rock move. Is that a shadow? Yeah, that's just a shadow sitting there in the middle of nowhere. But it might be easier just to gather materials in the main game and then use them in Odyssey. It goes live. Or even in phase 3, I think we use our own ships and resources. So it might work in phase 3. We're in phase 2 right now. This is better for me than the combat part, but it's still hard. And 2D and 2E even has plant life. You see that hill up there moved. It'll just move right in front of you. It's like, wow. But yep, it's rough. And if you're not used to the motion, because of VR, this is going to be rough. This is going to be hard to play and hard to watch. Because, yeah, the main game can be rough, but it's usually not as rough as Odyssey. Like I said, we got 3 refills of fuel available, sulfur and phosphorus. Which is kind of neat. But again, if we have our own resources, I have hundreds of refills. But Frontier nerfed all of the Threat Zero stuff really badly. All there is transportation, fetch documents, and they nerfed it down to 40,000. I'm surprised they don't make you pay to do them. And they're not that easy. I mean, if you make one wrong move, security shoots you. So it's not fully Threat Zero. So I see difficult days coming for Odyssey. They're not. I don't think they're going to have the players that they think they're going to have or they want to have, because they have made it so difficult that only the top FPS players are going to be able to play it anyway. And everybody else is going to get bored with it really fast. Yeah, if the drive assist is on, there's no way you can have it on and go through here, because the accelerator will go to max in this stuff. So if you turn drive assist off, you can at least drive it. And then it'll just stop on you once in a while. It'll hit something and it'll stop. And we hit a rock was what caused it to do that. And then you can pick up the speed through here, but then you'll have to slow down again. We're fixing to have two. About 200 meters. There's two of them. Some phosphorus. Sis, scoop. Sis, scoop. Sis, scoop.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Yeah, I had to hit the home key. It just wasn't going to do it. You can't just keep clicking the button on it. You have to actually back up. You just don't want to pick it up. There's another one. Okay. There's another one over here, another rock. Now this 2F might be the best planet we've been on so far for materials. Getting a lot of signals, or more signals here than we've been getting at other places. We just need some materials for refueling our SRV. And I don't care that much for the combat part, but I'm certainly good with the planetary exploration. And then in phase 3, in about a week and a half, we can start sampling the plant life. And some iron. Now we got one that's kind of stuck on a rock. Right there. Okay, that's probably it, all of that one. I was thinking there was one that we had passed, but maybe not. We could find some better terrain, maybe we could really look around. But we looked around, we didn't see any. Let's go ahead and stop. Is this right? Inventory. Phosphorus and sulfur, so we got 6 and 12, so I think we can refuel 6 times. Yep, 6 times. Is this right? Well, that's pretty good. It's good to have sulfur and phosphorus when you're doing SRV stuff. Looks like a turnaround spot up here. So we can check to see if there's any more materials. Nope. If we don't see any, we kind of go in the a smoother direction, maybe. Much harder than it is in the main game. You don't really have to worry about the integrity, because as soon as we load up in the ship, the integrity goes back to 100%. Okay. Sys, ship.
Ship recalled.
Sys, scoop.
Cargo scoop retracted.
So we checked out 2F. We need to go check out the next one. Now, if we had plenty of materials, we'd keep going after those materials, but we don't have as many. And earlier, a few videos ago, we couldn't get the ship to come back. It would stay far away. But you can see it's a diamond, so it's got its weapons drawn. It's acting like it's going behind us. That's kind of far. Sys mode.
Landing gear deployed.
350 meters. It's better than that they do in the main game. Commander GFM RDG. We're testing out for phase 3, basically. We'll just know where to go. Let's see if we can go around this way. Maybe it's a little smoother. Yep, but you don't pick the smoothest areas. Sit down. We're currently at 2F. Sis left. Look at the system map. Going to go to 2G. See, there's plenty of planets here, but we go back to the system we started out in phase 1. Oh man, talking about a lot of planets. Sis left. Sis alternate. Sis alternate. Sis landing.
Landing gear retracted.
Sis alternate. As soon as the mass lock goes off. Sis super.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. .9 light seconds. We haven't been interdicted yet. We certainly can. We look for the sunny side, and we're creating ourselves a reference for phase 3. Oops.
least it didn't go into stuck throttle. Keep waiting to be interdicted. Did you know, Frontier, they have to have interdictions? What's a game without interdictions? For them. Now, the way this guy was acting, he left, but he might come back. Then we got to watch those points of interest so we don't get too close to them. Stay in between them.
Orbital flight engaged.
Well, I appreciate you coming along. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That would really help us out. Find our channel, GFM_RDG, and watch this over 1,600 more videos over 17 different games. And be sure to consider donating and joining our Patreon. That's listed in the description. We'll kind of look for a clearing. It doesn't mean it will be a clearing, but kind of look for one anyway. The darker seems to be more rough terrain. Sys zoom. Sys landing. Yeah, we haven't found a smooth planet yet. They've all been really
Landing
rough.
gear deployed.
then it'll land for you. One thing we don't have in the main game. Sit down. Okay, we got 72s and we got 70s. So we'll just pick the first 72.
Low gravity warning.
Sys ship. Sys ship. Sys ship.
Ship dismissed.
It
Landing gear
interferes.
retracted.
It interferes with our signals. So we'll look around, see if there's anything we can go toward. Now these vertical bars sometimes will turn into things. Sys zoom. We'll go toward the vertical bars just to see what it might turn up. I appreciate you coming along. Just creating a video reference for us for the future. If we find something we like, we might come back later on when it goes live. So far this has been the smoothest, but we have some hills up ahead that might not be the smoothest. Let's go ahead and make a turn around again. See if anything has spawned near us. Going toward those vertical bars. Now, we've been to a few planets where they didn't have nothing. And it's always possible. Sys mode. Sometimes it gets really rough. We have flight or drive assist off. We almost have to when it gets real bumpy. That it'll try to go full speed on you. Now it's not as bad as most of the other planets, but we're not seeing materials either. In the main game, vertical bars can turn into like trespass zones and things like that. But
Out here, I don't know why we kind of followed it. We didn't have any other signal. Let's see what it might be. Need some kind of signal. Now that vertical signal's not getting any bigger, or we don't see that it's turning into anything. We are going toward the smoother area, and then we'll turn around again. I did let Frontier know on their forum, on their feedback page, that the terrain is really rough, much rougher than the main game. So the more people mention it, maybe they'll listen and do something about it. Yeah, now we're seeing some stuff. And hopefully it's in that clearing. See sparks fly when we hit rocks. We even see that in the main game. But at least we can drive over these. But we're not seeing tons of material, but we see going after this one that we currently see. We can pick up the speed a little bit. It's a clearing. The bronzite. Is this scoop?
Cargo scoop deployed.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my VR headset because I can't just look a direction and press the target. Selenium. Looks like a grade 4. Is this right? What I wanted to look for, do I see anything that doesn't look like something in the main game? Maybe Molly, I don't know about that. This is the only one possible. Okay. Maybe they're the same. Is this right? Is this right? Let's do a circle. See if there's anything else. If there's not, we'll recall the ship. Is this ship?
Ship recalled.
Should have plenty of spaces to find something to land. Sys mode. In the main game, I don't think our ships draw their weapons when they come in. I just think that's odd. Now she's getting further and further away. That's about 500 meters.
Landing gear
The main game,
deployed.
they park up to about 1,500 meters. Like it's on the other side of that rock stuff. I mean, all of this smooth area, and it goes into a rougher area. I'm always thinking, really? At least it's not as rough where she's actually at, but is this down? Alright, well, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you come along again, and make sure you subscribe. Find our channel, GFM_RDG. Watch over 1,600 more of our videos and 17 games, and in the description you see ways to donate and join our Patreon. So until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye.